and welcome to a special episode of the Football Fignuts podcast. This is Season 8, and you want to know the episode number? I'll tell you what it is after I have a hot dog. The episode number is 327. Can you believe that, Norm? Norm, I'm talking to you.
Hey, I hear you. Just see that kid in the sombrero? Who brings a sombrero to a football game, huh? Sinch, do you see this guy?
I'm so fucking lost. I thought we were going to do a very serious episode.
So did I.
No,
I don't know what's happening.
No.
So that's Craig. I'm Britt. That's Sinch. So before we started recording, Sinch says you should do like a very serious broadcaster voice. So what does Craig go with? He goes with Harry Carey.
Is that what that was?
He was serious at his job.
Now that you say it, I get it. But I was thinking it sounded like Mark Wahlberg. He's always out of breath and, hey guys.
Hey, dog. How you doing? Tell your mother I said hi, okay?
We're off to a flying start tonight. We are doing a very special episode tonight, everybody. We are abandoning our normal podcast format to bring you a special challenge of the Fignuts, which I will explain as soon as we go through drinks. Let's start with our guest, Sinch. Sinch, what are you drinking tonight?
I have a Tanqueray gin martini, dirty martini, 3 olives. Thank you very much.
Just one?
Oh.
Three olives, one drink, but it's a tall drink.
It's a tall drink.
Nice.
It's a large martini glass.
I had to
Greg,
stop
at
the liquor store to pick up a whole brand new bottle of gin because I finished the old brand new bottle.
And was the liquor store busy?
No, but I went to the little mom and pop by our house.
Oh, I gotcha.
Nice.
I gotcha.
Craig, what are you drinking tonight?
So tonight I already poured it out in the glass. I have a lovely glass of 2 Roads Holiday Ale that I got from you.
Yay, Holiday Ale! Love it. Love it. I am about to open a can of Ho Ho Hope for the kids. Excuse me.
Okay, I had one of those this
Counterweight?
afternoon.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Very good.
This is my third beer because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, kids. I got to work tomorrow. So, all right. So a couple of weeks ago, I was made aware of a challenge done by the Owner's Box on YouTube. So search the Owner's Box Trivia. They're a great group of guys. They have a lot of trivia contests. But our friend Terry Zhang from Twitch made us aware of one particular one called Random Dudes. And it reminded me of our phrase here, who's that guy? So I challenged all 4 of our contributors. The Source and Sean have already submitted their answers privately to me and been scored. But Craig and Sinch literally got about an hour to do this just now before we recorded. Here's the challenge.
That was rough.
It was rough. For each NFL team, they need to come up with one name. They score points, and points are bad. Figure like golf scoring, like you want a low score. You get a point for every game they ever played with that team. You get 50 points if they ever made a Pro Bowl with that team. You get 50 points if they're still with that team. You get 85 points if they never played a game for that team. And if you both come up with the same guy, you both get 50 points. So the idea is to find guys who played a brief number of games and did absolutely nothing with their team. I am going to score Craig and Sinch live on this podcast right now. But before we get there, because I just hit a break, an ad break on Twitch. Craig, Sinch, let's start with Sinch. Sinch, what did you think of this task? Was it brutal?
You know, you would think it wouldn't be difficult. Just think of a player that plays for every team in the league that is no longer active.
Yeah, and they can't be active with the team, yeah.
You don't want someone in the NFL. So someone who's retired, whatever. You would think that would be easy. And you would think you could run right through that. And you could, except you don't want to pick the player that everyone else is thinking of.
Right.
And there are teams that you're only going to think of one guy. And, geez, he played for 15 years for that team. Britt and I were discussing, just for example, if the only name I could think of for the Patriots was Tom Brady, and with all the Pro Bowls that he made, all the games he played,
it was over 1,000 points.
It was 1,000 points for that one player. So he's the extreme example, but there are players that I could only think of. This guy was kind of like a star there.
Yeah. Yep. I felt that with some
And
people.
I mean, they can still be in the league, but they're on the team that you select them for. That's the penalty. And that happened in one of the other responses. Yeah.
I thought they couldn't be in the league anymore. That
They
was the
couldn't be on
penalty.
the same team.
Oh, well, shit. I mean, I'm thinking of guys from when I was a little kid because I didn't want to think of
And
someone
that's
who's still
okay.
playing.
That's okay. Yeah, but I mean, like a player who's active now, but is like you could use Aaron Rodgers for the Jets. You can't use him for the Jets, but you could use him for the Packers. But why would you? He played like 100 games for the Packers.
Well, now you tell me.
Okay, so there's Cinch is out. So Cinch, there's Cinch is out. If he has a rough time with this, he could be like, you know what? Britt didn't really explain the rules.
The rules
really
are
well,
not explained to me. I don't understand your rules.
So, all right, are we ready to jump into this, or Craig, do you want to give your feedback first?
Okay. No, this was difficult. This was very difficult. But I mean, it's interesting, but difficult.
It's meant to be a challenge. All right, Craig, the first team up is the Buffalo Bills. Who did you have for the Buffalo Bills?
Frank Gore Jr.
Frank Gore Jr.
Is he on the team still? All right, first question, was he ever on the team?
Yeah, so that matters. He's got to have played a game for the team.
He played in preseason. He did start.
Are we starting with a penalty, Craig?
We are starting with a penalty.
But he started in a preseason game.
Preseason isn't a game for football purposes. Games appeared in a regular season.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
that's an 85-point penalty.
The rules were not explained to me.
See, here's my problem with the rules.
Though I can rattle off like 4 other people.
I'm going to give a name of someone who played a lot of games for the Bills. Craig will have a better score than me, making up a name, essentially, than I will by naming a player who played for too many games on that team.
Well, that's the challenge, right? You have to find a guy who balances out everything you need. So Craig starts off with an 85-point penalty. Since what do you have for the Bills?
Wide right. What does that mean to you? That is Scott Norwood.
Scott Norwood.
He was the kicker for the Bills in the 90s. Should have beaten the Jets, the Giants, in the Super Bowl, but he missed a 47-yard field goal wide right.
Scott Norwood played there from 1985 to 1991.
Yes,
was he there the entire time? He was. That was 108 games. And he made one Pro Bowl.
That fucker.
See,
that's a 50. He's 158 points.
Me picking Frank Gore Jr. I'm in the lead.
You know what?
Okay, so you get to hear your teammates' picks as well. Sean Whitman, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who played there for 6 games earlier this year before getting cut. So he does not get the penalty for being active at the time. He scores a 6.
My understanding of the rules. Go ahead. It's fine. That's why it was so hard for me. I'm thinking they can't be active players in the NFL.
I did say when I explained the rules, and I've got the Twitch tape to prove it.
No, I know it's my fault. It's on me.
It's okay. All right. The source went with Antoine Smith, who played 57 games as a Bill, so that's a 57-point hit for him. Second team, the Miami Dolphins. Cinch, you're up first.
The only name I could think of was Ricky Williams.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad one. Let's see how he did.
I had Mark Duper, but I'm pretty sure he made Pro Bowls.
Oh, and he was there for a long time, it feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Ricky Williams. He played 93 games as a Dolphin.
He didn't make the Pro Bowl.
He made exactly
Come
one
on.
Pro Bowl with the Miami Dolphins in 2002. So that's 143 points.
From now on, I'm just saying Craig Johnson.
I'm going to rotate, by the way. I'm going to rotate the order. So Sean goes next. He picked Jay Cutler.
Of course he did.
Who played 14 games for the Miami Dolphins and no Pro Bowls. And the source went with Devontae Parker because he couldn't think of anybody else. And he played 93 games.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Craig, who do you have?
Bernie Parmalee.
Bernie Parmalee. Oh my God, I love it.
Former UPS driver.
He was active in the league.
UPS driver.
Current UPS driver. He played in 7 years for the hold on, let me get this in here. Bernie Parmalee, because I will absolutely give you guys these spreadsheets so you can see these. Bernie Parmalee played 104 games for the Miami Dolphins. Okay, why is this doing this? There we go. Did he make any Pro Bowls? He did not, and no one matched, so that's 104 points. Congratulations.
Woo.
Bullshit.
We move on to the Patriots, and it's Sean's turn to go first. Sean selects N'Keal Harry.
Bernie Parmalee is a Carolina Panthers team running back coach, just in case you
Is
were
he?
wondering.
Huh.
There you go. Well, at least he's not driving for whatever it's FedEx at this point. At this point in his life, he's too old to be picking up those packages. So, all right. So N'Keal Harry, 33 games as a Patriot, no Pro Bowls, 33 points. The source selected Brandon Lloyd, who played 16 games for the Patriots with no Pro Bowls.
That's pretty good.
Craig, who you got?
That linebacker dude. What's his face? Willie McGinnis, whatever, how you spell it.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
I know.
You should have
Was he
gone with
there
Bill
forever?
Jones. He was there forever, and he made multiple Pro Bowls.
I know. It was the only name I
Willie-
could think of.
All right, so Willie McGinnis was active in New England for 12 years. He played in 171 games. And he made 2 Pro Bowls.
Boo.
So that is a 271-point score. Since this is your team, who have you got for me?
One of my least favorite quarterbacks growing up was Scott Secules. That would be SEC. ULES, maybe?
Oh, damn it.
I think so.
Mac Jones would have been the perfect answer.
No, he made a Pro Bowl, if you could believe it.
What?
He
When?
His
He
first
did.
year. You remember the Pro Bowl when everybody would say, I'm not going there. And then they just everybody made the Pro Bowl.
Oh.
Scott Secules played 1 year for the New England Patriots for 12 total games he appeared in.
Yeah,
With
he did
no
not
Pro
make
Bowl.
the Pro Bowl.
So that is a 12. So since you won the Patriots.
Well, shouldn't I? I mean, if there's one team I could come.
Well,
I
you
should
were
have come
you
up
were
with a guy
Adam,
for
really.
one, but I couldn't.
All right, so the next team is the Jets. And the source has to go first, and he selected Bubby Brister. Bubby Brister played 9 games for the New York Jets
That's a
and
good
had
score.
no Pro Bowls. So a score of 9. Craig, who have you got for the Jets?
What's his face? Tight end. Blah blah.
Kyle Brady.
No. I can't read my
Did you just
handwriting.
write down concepts of a name, or what the hell is this?
Well, I can't read my writing because I was trying to do it quickly.
You had a lot of time to do it.
I
quickly.
know. Johnny Mitchell. Johnny Johnson? Johnny Mitchell? Mitchell. Yeah.
Johnny Mitchell. Oh my God!
Johnny Mitchell Johnson.
The guy that they were going to move Johnny Mitchell to wide receiver for Kyle Brady, supposedly.
Yes.
Oh my God! All right, I gotta find him because Mitchell's such a common name. Mitchell, there he is. He was in the league for 4 years. 5 years.
Job.
4
Good
years
job,
with the
Craig.
Jets. He played 53 games as a Jet,
Mm-hmm.
and he was never in the Pro Bowl, but he was the AP Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1992. Doesn't matter for this, but just saying. So 53 points for Johnny Mitchell. Since who have you got?
Okay. I took a chance. I just want to stress. I thought this was all guys that are not in the league anymore, period. Okay.
Can't be active
So-
with their team.
The Patriots picked up a little running back from the Jets, and he lasted a couple of years on the Patriots. My
Good
answer
stuff.
is Danny Woodhead.
Oh, I remember him.
God, Danny Woodhead.
I hope that he got into a game for the Jets.
He had to get in at least on special teams, right?
Well, I don't know if he got cut in training camp or what. I just remember him coming from the Jets.
What if I told you he did get into a game?
Then I'd be happy.
What if I told you he actually got into 45 games?
I'm still content with that guess.
45 games for Danny Woodhead as a New England Patriot.
No, as a Jet.
Yeah. Are we
Are
in
you looking at
Jets?
the right team?
Oh, you're right. I'm looking at the. Oh, you know what? Your number just got better. It's 11 games as a Jet.
Okay.
I did not shift from the page because he was all over the place. Never mind. All right. Yes. 11 games. That's an 11 point. Wait, hold on. Is that the best score?
Wait, did he make a Pro Bowl?
No, he did not. Not as a Jet. He never made a Pro Bowl. How sad is that? Well, the source got Bobby Brister, which is worth 9. So it's not the best. The last one is Sean decided to go with Le'Veon Bell. And Le'Veon Bell appeared in 17 games. So, Sinch is pretty down on his picks, but he's done okay. I can't really, I don't have like head-to-head scoring because I just have their total scores. But right now, between the two of you, Sinch leads 324 to 513.
Yeah, but that's just 4. We got a lot of teams to go.
We are going to march on here, kids. We are going to march on.
Oh my
God.
God.
That brings us to the Ravens. And Craig, you're the first up with the Ravens.
Oh God, why? It's going to be horrible again because it's Falco. I know, it doesn't matter. I couldn't think of anyone else.
Ooh, that's
Falco? Who the hell's Falco? You mean the artist?
I think he means Flacco.
Yeah, I do
You mean
Flacco.
Hey, Terry has checked into chat. Okay, you mean Flacco, right?
Yes.
because Falco sang songs.
It would have been a better answer.
All right, I misspelled Flacco. Okay. So we're going with the Ravens for Joe Flacco. All right, let's see how many games he played as a Raven. Joe Flacco played 163 games as a Raven. Did he make any Pro Bowls? No Pro Bowls. Sorry. Yeah, you're thinking of Flacco. We say Falco. Wasn't that Keanu Reeves' character?
It was.
All right, since you're up, what do you got? 163 points for Joe Flacco. What have you got for the Ravens?
See, this is where I start guessing names because I'm not sure if I remember correctly. Did they have a player named Mark Bulger back in the 2000 aughts?
There was a Mark Bulger who played in the league. He was a Ram, as I recall him. Is that your answer? You're going with Mark Bulger?
That's my answer. I thought he was with Baltimore for a few years.
So the answer is Mark Bulger played his entire career in St. Louis.
Oh.
Which means that's a 0 and an 85-point penalty for that.
Yeah, I'm back in the lead.
See, I feel bad.
So Sean's answer was Robert Griffin III, who appeared in 14 games as a Raven. Oops. Do you see Sean's strategy here? He's going with people who were so bad they got kicked out.
Well, that's fine.
It's because of all of Sean's draft prep, and he etches all these names into his brain, and then he remembers how they hurt him.
That's true. All right, Sinch, it's your turn to go first as we hit the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, see, this was one of the teams I struggled with because, I'm sorry, Craig, they always sucked.
I know.
And I couldn't think of anybody. The only name I could think of was a great name, TJ Houshmandzadeh.
Championship.
TJ Houshmandzadeh. You're going to really make me spell Houshmandzadeh.
And, I know he played a lot of games. He was there for years, right, Craig? I mean, you would remember.
He was.
10 years he played in the league.
So, see, wouldn't I be better coming up with Jim Smith? Oh, there's no Jim Smith that played for the Bengals. Geez, I feel bad. Okay, that's a penalty.
Well, he only played in Cincy for 8 years. So that's 105 games.
Okay.
And he only made the Pro Bowl once.
So it's 155?
155 is your score there.
And if I said I can't think of anybody,
you would have gotten 85 plus the other penalties. You would have won 185. You still saved 30 points by going with TJ Houshmandzadeh.
All right. Well, I mean, that was one I struggled with.
You saved 30 points against saying F you, Britt, so it's fine. Sean decided to go with Achilles Smith.
Oh, God.
22 games played, except so did the source.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Amateurs.
So Achilles Smith cost them both 72 points on the matching penalty.
Wait.
And that brings us
Pro Bowl? Did he make the Pro?
He never made a Pro Bowl. Achilles Smith and Achilles Smith make a Pro Bowl.
Do you know when they drafted him, they sent a yellow cab to pick him up from the airport?
Yeah, and a coach
classy
ticket.
Organization. And Craig, and that is why I said, so what do you want for Chase in the real world? Because they are not signing him. Never mind signing Higgins. They're not signing Chase.
Well, they will.
Table that discussion for when I need a bathroom break. Craig, it's your team. What do you got? You got something good for me, right?
Rest in peace, Chris Henry.
Chris Henry's a great answer. I think somebody actually said this on the owner's box.
Sounds like he'd be a wrestler.
That's
He was
actually
that too, probably.
That is their wrestler's name. No, that's Mark
Well, there
Henry.
you go.
That's Mark Henry.
Chris
His
Henry
younger
played
brother.
his entire short career as a Bengal. That was 55 games across 5 years.
Yep.
And he made exactly 0 Pro Bowls. So that's a
Yep.
55. Well done. Well done. All right, so that brings us to the Steelers. So Sean is up next. Sean went with Mitch Trubisky.
He's just gonna put him for every team.
Again,
You can
he's
only
still
use
in
the
the
name
league,
once.
so I couldn't use him because I'm going with guys that aren't in the league anymore. I'm sorry, I'm just bitter.
That's fair. Hey, I'm sorry if I didn't explain the rules properly,
No, it's me. I was a bad student.
but
Fine.
you keep bringing it up. So let's just put that to bed right now. All right, Mitch Trubisky, 12 games as a Steeler. That's 12 for him. The source went with Mike Tomczak
Wow.
because he was like the perennial backup. The problem was he was there so long he appeared in 84 games.
Wow.
So Mike Tomczak cost the source 84 points. Do you see the faultiness in his logic at this point?
But see, okay, yeah, I see it.
All right. That brings us to Craig. Craig, what do you got for the Steelers? I know the name. You got to say the name, right?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Yancey Thigpen.
Yancey Thigpen
Mm-hmm.
over little Benny Snell?
That would have been a
Are
better
you
answer.
I thought for sure this was going to be a
I know.
home run
I mean,
for
it
you.
makes. I know. The name just got lost in the flood of other names.
guys, I gotta go. No, I'm just kidding.
So Yancey Thigpen played 6 years in Pittsburgh for a total of 77 games. And you know how many Pro Bowls he made?
Tell
No.
us.
2.
Ooh,
So
Jerk.
that's 177 points when you passed up on Benny Snell, which was 60.
Oh my god.
I'm so disappointed in you right now.
Me too.
So disappointed in you. Cinch, what do you got for the Steelers?
I remember a backup quarterback named Bubby Brister, and Adam already used him for another team. So I'm
Which
hoping
does-
he played for the Steelers.
Does not count as a duplication, by the way, because it's different teams. And I think he was a Steeler. Bobby Brister was the majority of his game was as a Steeler. He started his
Right.
career there, and he played in 61 games for the Steelers.
Yeah,
Did he ever make a Pro Bowl? Nope.
he better not have.
Oy vey. Okay. So that is 61 points there. That's the end of the Steelers. We're on to the Browns.
Hey, you
Went
know what you
first
got to
at-
do at some
What's
point in
that?
time? Just,
Yeah.
I don't know, like copy out what our score was for each team. I'd be.
Oh, I've got
curious.
it. I've got it
Okay.
on the spreadsheet.
Okay.
I've got it by player or by team. Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. So we're on to the Browns, which means I believe Craig was last on the Bengals, which means Cinch was last on the Steelers, which means Sean goes last on the Browns, which means the source goes first on the Browns. The source went with Deshaun Kaiser, who played 15 games for the Cleveland Browns. Craig, what have you got for the Browns?
The one and only Johnny Manziel.
Ooh, good
Johnny
one.
Manziel, eh? Johnny Football. Johnny Football. Bear with me. Ooh, I thought somebody else had said him and they didn't. Ooh. Okay, so I gotta look him up. I thought for sure it was about to assess a penalty. Johnny Manziel in Cleveland played a total of 14 games. And we all know he didn't make a goddamn Pro Bowl. He barely made it out of the parking lot. So 14 points for Johnny Manziel. Cinch, who do you got?
I've got problems with Cleveland, is what I've got.
Problems with Cleveland. Played 4 games. Oh, sorry.
My guess was Vinny Testaverde.
Vinny Greenhead, which I was once told by an Italian. And Craig, you're also Italian, so you can either tell me I'm crazy on this or not. But that's what Testaverde means, is Greenhead.
Yes, that's what it means.
I too am Italian, and you are crazy.
Vinny Testaverde played 3 years for the Cleveland Browns for a total of 37 games. And did he ever make a Pro Bowl? I bet you he made a Pro Bowl.
It's possible.
As a Jet, maybe.
No, his first Pro Bowl was as a Baltimore Raven in 1996. Oh, wait a minute. That's the same franchise. That's
Wait
the
a
move
minute.
here.
But wait, was he Cleveland? Because he played in Cleveland. He didn't play in Baltimore.
It's the same franchise.
Hold on, though.
Uh-oh. Need
He
a
didn't play
ruling.
in Baltimore.
What's that?
Vinny Testaverde never played for the Baltimore Ravens, did he?
That is incorrect, sir. He played there in 1996 and 1997.
So you're telling me that my guess for a player in Cleveland also counts for Baltimore? That's two different teams.
It was the same franchise. It's not two different teams. At the end of the 1995 season, the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore and took their players with them. It's the same franchise.
So you could have used Johnny Manziel for the Ravens as well?
No, because he was never a Raven. It's the same franchise.
But Testaverde never played for the Ravens is what I'm saying.
That's incorrect. In 1996, in the Baltimore Ravens, he appeared in 16 games.
Okay, my mistake then.
That's what I'm saying. He was there for 2 years after they moved.
Okay, I misremembered.
All right, so Testaverde going to cost you 87 games.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. That's another 29 because it's 37 plus 29 is 66. So he's going to cost you 116.
Uh-huh.
See, you just try to like drag the process down. The process is sound. The system is sound. And for a guy who's in second place right now, you're really upset here. Craig has 922. Craig has 922. Sinch has 741. He's up by 180 points on Craig. I'll tell you now, Craig, you have already surpassed Sean's total for all 32 teams. So you're pretty much out of the running.
I figured.
But so be it. So, okay. Tennessee Titans, which brings us back to the beginning. I'm sorry, no, I skipped the Jags. Jacksonville Jaguars. Craig, you are first up on the Jags. Who you got?
Mark Brunell.
Mark Brunell. Remember him?
Yes.
Clearly you do, because you just suggested him. Mark Brunell played in 120 games over 9 years. Did you know he was there that long? I didn't.
I did not know he was there that long.
I hope he didn't make a Pro Bowl. I'm pretty sure he didn't know. And he made 3 Pro Bowls.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a 150-point penalty. Mark Brunell's going to cost you 270 points.
I win.
You win. He made Pro Bowls in 1996, 1997, and 1999. So, all right. Cinch, who you got for the Jags?
I don't want to play anymore.
Is it Mark Brunell?
No. But,
it's not my fault you didn't remember the Browns moved to Baltimore.
It's just... I feel bad. It's all.
Why do you feel bad? You're still way ahead of Craig.
Yeah, but...
Is your pick for the Jags plus 270? Because otherwise you're doing fine.
I don't know yet because we haven't heard the answer. It could be. I'm afraid to say. The only person I could think of played there forever and played in Pro Bowls. And that's why, I don't know. I might be better off saying Bill Smith than saying the name I'm thinking.
Go with it. This is a matter of honor. Your Klingon honor is at stake here. What name did you have on the page?
Tony Baselli.
Ooh, I forgot about
Oh,
him.
my God. I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I think
He
of this
played
name
there
for the
for
Jags?
years. He had to have made multiple Pro Bowls. He's got to be about 500 points is my guess.
That's so dumb of me. Why didn't I think of this other person's name?
Tony Baselli. There he is.
Oh, my God.
See, now this is one of those guys that I was saying, I can't think of anyone else who played for the team. I thought Mark Brunell, but I figured he was there for a long time and made Pro Bowls. All right, Tony Baselli, the hell with it.
On the plus side, he only played for the Jags, but he did play for 91 games.
Yeah. And how many Pro Bowls?
5.
Yeah. That's a good guess, 5. Yeah.
So,
see?
Oh, my God. Why
he's
didn't
going to cost you 341.
Why didn't I say Blake Bortles?
You know, chat is saying, why not Jimmy Smith or Keenan McCardle?
Who is this now? What's his name?
Because no one wants to remember them.
Was that
That's fair
Chad,
too.
you said?
Jimmy Smith or Keenan McCardle?
Okay. I think it was Chad.
No, he said chat.
Chat?
Oh, chat.
Okay.
Chat is saying, Twitch chat.
Okay,
So,
Twitch
okay,
chat.
so Other answers.
If
DJ
it's so
Shark.
easy, someone else could do it.
DJ Shark was the pick for Sean. He played 43 games and had 1 Pro Bowl for a total of 93 points.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's a penalty because he's still in the league.
But he's not still a Jag.
Well, I want a do-over.
You want a do-over?
I'm trying to think of players from the 90s, and Sean is like, all right, well, he was there yesterday, and now he's gone. I'll use him.
We keep coming back to this. I thought the rules were pretty clear, and you acknowledged you understood the rules.
Yes, but you thought they were clear, but you didn't do that. You just like,
I did this live on Twitch.
Nah, bullshit. Twitch doesn't exist.
Oh, man.
We're burning air. All right. Jags, the source went with Kyle Brady, who played 120 games there with no Pro Bowls whatsoever. So, okay. Here's what needs to happen. We're going to go on to the Titans in a moment, but I need a bathroom break, unfortunately. So you guys can go ahead and badmouth me for about 30 seconds while I run to the restroom. Go for it.
Right.
I'm taking the headphones off.
Hey, press mute, okay? We don't need to hear a river runs through it this time.
No, the microphone's on his desk. Yeah.
Craig,
yeah.
I have a good answer for the Titans.
Okay, who is it?
It's a player who's not in the league.
Okay.
I'm 99% didn't make a Pro Bowl. And I think he was just there for a few seasons. It's a former Patriot, a great guy. He was very much into pet adoption, and I think it was dog adoption more than anything.
Okay.
Hey, smartasses on Twitch. What's his name? Yeah, you got nothing. Shut up. Okay, so the guy I came up with was Ryan Allen. He was a cornerback.
Oh, I remember that name. So wait, when did he was that the early 2000s?
He left the Patriots after, I'm guessing 6 years maybe. He went there, and I would say his last year was probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Huh. All right. See, I thought it was further back.
Hey, it's just me and you talking now.
I'm here.
It is. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Can't hear you yet, though.
It's all right. Put the headset down. It's just Craig and I talking. These rules. All right. I'm back. All right. Well, I'm talking. So hang on. I'm not saying the rules are wrong. And I'm not saying that Britt did not say them to me correctly. This is not about the host giving the incorrect information or incomplete information. It's just about me misinterpreting. And I just want to say, in the world that we live in now, that made me feel bad. That's it. I'm done.
I want to respond to let you know your feelings are valid. But at the same time, you acknowledged multiple times now that
I feel as if you're not hearing me.
That the issue has to do with your understanding and not my explanation. And keep bringing it to the surface really feels like you're trying to transpose those issues onto me. So I would suggest that we move forward from this point and accept that we're both in the spots that we are in and that we're both trying to do the best that we can and just try to get it done.
I identify as a disgruntled postal worker.
Fair enough.
Oh, no.
I can't dispute that. He's off tomorrow. It's fine. All right.
Okay, good.
Who went first that last one?
We're
first on.
We're on the Titans.
I'm ready. I'll go first. Tennessee. I'm ready. Craig and I were talking about my guy.
All right, we're just going to reset the order. That's fine. Tennessee, what do you got?
Ryan Allen.
Who the hell is Ryan Allen?
He was a cornerback, a former Patriot, went to Tennessee. That's my guy.
I'm Mel Allen.
Holy cow. You know what? He's right. Ryan Allen did play in Tennessee. He played one game and made 6 Pro Bowls. I don't know how that's possible. No,
hold on. He was not there 6 years.
He appeared in one game as a Titan, 6 scores, a 1-point hit.
Wow.
So, you know what? Your complaints now are completely invalid.
I think that's wrong. I think he played a full season at least.
He was there.
Just take the 1 point.
I'm going to take the 1 point and tell you my memory later.
So I'm looking at it right now on Football Reference. He did play for 2 different teams in 2020. He played 1 game as a Tennessee Titan and 2 games as an Indianapolis Colt. but officially he only appeared in one game for the Tennessee Titans, so it's a point.
Suck it. I win. Mic drop. I'm out.
That's great. Sean went with Dion Lewis, who was 32 games. And the source, the only name he could come with, he said he was like, this is honestly the only name that popped in my head, was Kevin Dyson, who played 58 games and never made a Pro Bowl. So
That's
you
not
can't
terrible.
beat Sinch here. But Craig, what do you got?
I'm going to go with a QB named Matt Hasselbeck.
He was there.
Yeah, for like a year or less.
Well, let's hope it was less because, Terry just said in chat, at least nobody said Derrick Henry. Fantastic point. Matt Hasselbeck was in Tennessee for 2 years and played a total of 24 games. And I can tell you he never made a Pro Bowl as a Titan. So that's 24 points. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Cinch just went last in the last one. So Titans are up. Oh, no, that was Titans. Texans. Sean went with Cam Akers, who spent 5 games as a Texan.
He just can't let go of Cam Akers.
He can't. He really can't. So 5 points for Sean there. The source went with Will Fuller, another situation where he just couldn't think of anybody better.
I'm sorry. What's his complete name? That would be Will Fuller out, because he was always out.
Yeah. He's always out.
That's true.
And he was there forever. He only played 53 games there, and never made a Pro Bowl as them. So, all right, Craig, you're up. What do you got for the Texans?
Texans going flashback. So both of you probably remember this guy's name, but when he wasn't a Texan, Amon Green.
Amon Green.
I have no recollection of this player.
He was a Packer for a very long time.
Kevin Green?
Oh my God, the running back.
Yes, the running back.
Okay. All right.
And this is for the Texans.
I'm pretty sure he was a Texan at some point.
He played 14 games across 2 years for the Texans and made exactly 0 Pro Bowls. 14 points. Nice pick.
That's a good one.
Ooh. Yay.
Cinch, what have you got?
I had one of my top 5 favorite players of all time.
Uh-huh.
A former Patriot, Big Bad 75, Vince Wilfork.
He was a Texan?
He was a Texan.
He's also got a sandwich named after him at Big Y, but that's a side story, really. Vince, he was there for 2 years. He appeared in 31 games. Never made a Pro Bowl, though, so that's 31 points. Very nice. Very nice. The Colts. The source is up first for the Colts, and the Colts pulled a name out of the great beyond and went with Darius Hayward Bay.
Oh, my God.
That's one he pulled out of his ass.
That's what he pulled out of his ass.
Wow.
16 games as a Colt, 16 points. Craig, what have you got?
Jeff George.
Everybody remember Jeff George?
Yes.
Man, he had a strong arm.
He did. Couldn't aim.
And that was part of the problem.
But he had
That's
a
all
strong
he
arm.
had. Accuracy, touch, no, but a strong arm.
So Jeff George played 52 total games as a Colt and appeared in 0 Pro Bowls, but he was the AP Rookie of the Year in 1990. Cinch, who you got for Colts?
Okay, I'm not. I'm going to go with the Chargers head coach, Jim Harbaugh.
He was a Colt.
Again, and I'm not trying to stress on this, but I was just thinking of old players.
I was too.
That's okay.
It's okay. I did too.
I think that's kind of the idea, so it's okay.
Wait, so you're saying you misunderstood Britt's rules too?
I'm just saying. I was thinking of old players.
I don't think Craig has said any active players. Maybe it wasn't just me.
I said active players with their same team.
That's okay.
Is it because you keep going back to it?
I'm sorry. I've been drinking.
Me too, which is why I'm like, why are we keep going back to this?
I haven't had enough to drink.
All right, Jim Harbaugh played 53 games as an Indianapolis Colt member and appeared in 1 Pro Bowl in 1995.
Wow.
So that's 103 points.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Sean went with Gardner Minshew.
Of course he did, because he's still active and there's no penalty.
He's still active, but he's no longer an Indianapolis Colt. So having understood the rules, Sean knew that. And so he takes 67 points because while Gardner Minshew only played one season in Indianapolis, he made the freaking Pro Bowl in the 1 year he was there. So it was a 67 for Sean with the Colts, which means the winner of the Colts is the source at 16.
I want to change my answer. Mike Vanderjagt. No,
just for the sake of argument, I'll look it up. I'm not
changing my answer.
I'm not changing your answer either. But Vanderjagt was there for a freaking age.
He was there forever.
He appeared in 125 games and made a Pro Bowl, so that would have been 155 points. So, okay.
Next team.
Craig, Broncos. All right, so score update. Craig, you're at 1,282 points.
Nice.
Sinch, you're at 1,217.
I'm totally going to beat you, Craig. I'm getting more points.
You're only 65 points behind Craig.
It all comes down to Denver.
Good.
Who do you got?
Denver, Craig, who do you got?
Drew Lock.
Oh.
That's actually a really good answer.
No, it isn't. He's still active.
But he's not still there. I just accidentally clicked on Spider Lockhart. Sorry.
Is that some porn link?
No, it's an NFL reference. There was someone who played named Spider Lockhart. I don't know what to say.
I guarantee you that's a porn star's name.
I don't disagree. Drew Lock played a total of 24 games as a Denver Bronco, made 0 Pro Bowls.
Woo!
So 24 points as of now. Cinch, what do you got?
A whole bunch more points than he has. The only name I could think of for Denver was Jake Plummer.
Jake the Snake.
Made his name in Arizona, right? But then he went to Denver.
He didn't. Yes. Was he traded for Drew Lock? I feel like that was the trade. Yes, he played 4 years in Denver and appeared in 59 total games. Did he make any Pro Bowls? He did. 2005.
He did. I'm shocked.
Yep. As a Bronco, he had a good year and he made that. So that's 109 points. Sean went with Tim Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Who only appeared in 23 games as a Bronco. So that's 20.
Did he make a Pro Bowl?
No, he did not.
But I know it sounds ridiculous, but everybody loved him, so I just assumed he made it.
No, he only won like 2 games. He was like 2-21. So
he made it to the playoffs with them. They had a run.
They did. That is true. Okay, so we are up to the Chiefs. Since you are first, I believe.
With the Chiefs, I went with former Patriot because I was having a hard time remembering anything. So, and again, I won't say it, but again, I went with Matt Castle.
Actually, not a bad guess because Matt Castle was there and he didn't play a lot.
And he did not make a Pro Bowl.
Matt Castle, as a Chief, played 4 years for a total of 48 games. 4 years? Really? He played 48 games over 4 years? That's shocking to me as a Chiefs fan. I was like...
He was traded with Mike Vrabel to the Chiefs for like a draft pick, like a first-round pick.
I have some bad news for you.
He made a Pro Bowl?
In 2010, he made the Pro Bowl as a Kansas City Chief. So that's a 50 point. That's a 50 DKP minus.
I'm going.
That's 98 points for Matt Castle. Sean went with Kadarius Toney, who survived 20 games and is no longer a Chief. The source went with Barry Word, who I was like, oh God, Barry Word's got to be through the roof. Nope. 44 games and no Pro Bowls. Craig, who have you got?
I went with this name because I was playing Tecmo Bowl. I went with the Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye.
Christian Okoye. So chat just asked about Elvis Grbac. Elvis Grbac played 49 games as the Chief and made a Pro Bowl once, so he would have been 99 points. So, okay, Christian Okoye, who later went on to appear in a really, really bad pirate-based reality show. Yeah, I'm not joking about that. He was on a pirate-based reality show.
Really?
Yeah, he was. It was bad.
He's got to have 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, right?
Well, he only had 79 games because he was there for 6 years. Because technically he was a fullback, and he has 2 Pro Bowl appearances, which gives him 100 points. So 179 points for Christian Okoye, which makes him a worse pick than Matt Castle. Just saying. So, all right. Moving on in the West, Sinch went first that last time, so that means Sean is up with the Raiders. Sean goes with Carson Palmer. Do you see this trend? Gardner Minshew, Tim Tebow, Kadarius Toney, Carson Palmer.
He's just picks
Sean
backup
is picking people.
quarterbacks.
He picked up guys who were there and they were like, no, man, no, thank you, but no. Carson Palmer played 25 games and never made a Pro Bowl as a Raider, so that's 25 points. The source went with the obvious name, Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell appeared in 31 games as a Raider and never made a Pro Bowl. And that brings us to Craig. Who do you have for the Raiders?
Ruggs, who's now in jail.
Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. Is he still in jail?
I hope so.
He should be.
Didn't he shoot a man or something?
No, he went like 150 miles an hour and killed a woman and her dog.
Oh, that's right. Well, Henry Ruggs only had 20 games logged as a Raider and no Pro Bowls. So that's a great pick. That puts Craig as a leader in the clubhouse for the Raiders. Cinch, who do you got?
Shouldn't there be like incarceration points for using him? I mean, okay. Well, I mean, we're going by honesty. My guess was Jamarcus Russell. So add some points onto the source.
Jamarcus Russell is oh no, absolute disaster. That makes him an 81-point pick for the source, which I now have to copy onto Cinch. Cinch hits at 81 points there as well. I appreciate your honesty, guys. All right, that brings us to the Chargers, and the pick by the source was Stan Humphries.
Good name.
Who we forgot played there for freaking ever and had 79 games but no Pro Bowls. Craig, who you got for the Chargers?
Hey, Craig.
Means.
Craig.
Yes.
Craig, can I jump in front of you, please?
Sure.
Motherfucking Stan Humphries was my guess. So there you go, source.
You guys are on the same goddamn wavelength right now.
Well, he and I have been friends for a long time.
That's true. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. But Natrone Means Business had 59 games as a Charger and 1 Pro Bowl. So that's 50 points. I'm sorry, 109 points total. That's another 50 on the penalty. Cinch and the source will take 129 points because of Stan Humphries.
I am totally going for the high score.
I think it's going to be tough. The Cinch, not the Cinch. The source struggled here. Everybody, you guys all overlooked the obvious guy except for Sean. Sean banked on none of you remembering Ryan Leaf.
Yep, no one does.
Ryan Leaf only played in 21 games, and he damn well didn't make a Pro Bowl. So 21 points for Ryan Leaf. That's the end of the AFC. So the update at the end of the AFC. So I can give you full scores right now. The source, throughout the entire game, has 2,000 points.
I could top that.
Cinch is in second to last, rather. In third place is Cinch at 1,634. Craig is in second at 1,614, only 20 points ahead of Cinch.
You're not even trying.
And in first place is Sean with 921 points. You kind of nailed this.
Mm-hmm.
So
if the playoffs started today, he's out and I'm in.
That's right.
Let's get to the NFC.
All right, Craig, we have enough time to make this a super episode, right? Because we haven't even hit the NFC yet.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Might as well go through it.
We're going to keep plodding along. All right, so that means, Craig, you were up first with the Cowboys.
Dalvin Cook. So here's the part where I get to tell you, well, you know what? I can tell you he is. Because he's the same person that Sean argued with me earlier today, saying he's not on the team anymore. And I went, oh, but he's on the practice squad, and that counts. And he started a game. Cook, he's played in a game.
Yeah, and believe it or not, wait a minute, do I have that right? Hold on, I'm looking up some stats here. Just double checking stats. Stand by.
Okay, I know he's played in at least a game.
He's played in 2, and he's still, that's what it is. And he is still technically on the Cowboys roster because he's on their practice team. So that's a 50-point penalty for selecting someone who's still on the team. And now a matching penalty, which means Dalvin Cook costs both you and Sean 102 points.
Excellent. You're welcome, Sean. I had a feeling he was going to pick him, so
He argued this with me. He was like, but he's not on the active roster. I'm like, Sean, who has his roster rights? The Cowboys. Then he's a fucking Cowboy. So, all right, Cinch, who have you got in the Cowboys?
I just want to say we got a little crazy with my NFC picks. So
Good.
hang on. Dallas, I
Briscoe.
went with Danny Young.
Danny Young. I don't even know that name.
I believe he was a quarterback. If I'm wrong, it's still less points than what you guys came up with.
I can't. How do you spell Young? Is it Young? Like Young?
Yeah.
Are you sure his first name was Dan?
Well, I mean, that was my guess. I thought he was a backup in the 80s or 70s. I mean, I don't know how to look up, how to look up backup quarterbacks.
Hold on. Daniel. Okay, all right. He might be under Daniel. All right, I'm seeing that he might be under Daniel Young. I am not finding him. Hold on. I don't want to assess points. I see a Danny Young in baseball.
I mean, I could be wrong. It's
It looks like you unfortunately are, which means I got to assess you the 85-point penalty. It's gonna be
you
an
guys
85
go ahead.
for.
I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna look up and try and come up with who I was thinking.
If you can correct that name, we'll take it. We will take it. So okay, Dalvin Cook we have already there, and for the source went with Jason Garrett.
Ooh.
Jason Garrett appeared in 23 games as a Cowboy.
Okay. All right, he was there forever, but okay.
He was there forever, but he only appeared in 23 games, so it's fine. All right, since you're actually up first with the Giants.
I had troubles there. I came up with Jeff Hostetler.
Wait a minute, hold on, stand by. I think somebody else came up with Hostetler too. You're gonna be upset to know that that's exactly the answer that the source gave. Jeff Hostetler appeared in 91 games as a Giant and never made a Pro Bowl. So that's 141 points against both of you. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Sean went with Darren Waller, who played 12 games as a Giant before he realized, God damn it, I'm a Giant, and retired. So 12 points for him. As I mentioned, the source said Jeff Hostetler, which brings us to Craig.
Bobby Hart.
Wasn't he a wrestler?
No, it's Bobby Heenan.
Oh.
You know
Bobby
what?
Hart.
I found the guy I was thinking of that was the backup quarterback for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
His name was Danny White, not Danny Young.
All right, we'll come back to him in a second. Bobby Hart played 33 games as a Giant.
He probably allowed 64 sacks.
And was never in the Pro Bowl. So that's 33.
Well,
all right,
good job by you.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. I got to pause again because to use the restroom just because the beer's running right through me. So you guys can badmouth me again for like another 30 seconds. Go for it.
Yeah, no, Bobby Hart was a terrible
Small
tackler.
bladder.
Terrible. Terrible.
I'm looking up Danny White because, that's who I meant. I came up with the wrong last name, but that's who I meant. And I knew he was there forever. He appeared in shitload of games. I believe
Is that more
he
than
appeared
10?
in 166, I think. But that doesn't... No, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's completion... Oh, no, games played.
Oh.
166.
How many did he start?
He was there from 1976 until 1988. I still think I'm looking at something incorrect. It seems wrong. So,
man,
I'm here.
Liar.
Round to a halt.
I'm sorry. This is the worst special episode ever because I keep using the restroom.
All
right, did we figure out who Danny Woodhead is or whatever his name is?
Yeah, his name is Danny Young, and I took the points that I took for guessing Danny Young. And we're on to Jeff Hostetler. Now, how many points did we get for him?
The guy you actually thought was a lot higher, wasn't he?
What's that?
The guy you meant. The guy you meant that was Danny something or other.
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. So the Giants, all I could come up with was Jeff Hostetler. He was the backup, became the starter. If I was smart, I could have used him for the Raiders because he went to the Raiders after the Giants. But I am
Pro Bowls there, I think.
I don't know, but he was the only thing I thought of with the Giants.
All right, so the Giants scores are accurate. All right, so we move on to the Eagles. I don't know who is first here. I believe it is Cinch.
This is the one that Britt gave me help with, Craig, because I had the guy's first name, and I knew that they made a movie, Invincible, and it was about Vince something, and I couldn't think of the last name. And Britt looked it up because I had that much of it, so he said it's okay. Vince Papale.
Vince
the Mark
Papale.
Wahlberg movie.
Yep. Played one season for the Eagles for 14 games. No Pro Bowl. So 14 points for Vince Papale. Sean went with Trey Burton, who had 61 games. Yeah, he was shocked when I was like, dude, he was there for 61 games. He was like, he was? Like, yes, he was there for 61 games. The source went with Mark Sanchez. 13 games as an Eagle. Appeared in 13 games as an Eagle. I had no idea.
I come up with Vince Papale for 14. He goes Mark Sanchez for 13.
Yep,
I can't win.
Fumble counts for something. Craig, what have you got at the Eagles?
What's his face? Swift.
What's his face? Swift. Can you be more specific?
Yeah,
is he a running back?
First
DeAndre,
name,
Doug,
back.
Justin?
DeAndre. Is he on the Bears?
DeAndre Swift.
I was a big fan of what's his name.
He was
DeAndre Swift was an Eagle. I don't even care if my typing's bad right now. For 16 games, and he appeared in the Pro Bowl in 2023, his only season as an Eagle. So that's a 50 DKP minus. So 66 points for DeAndre Swift for you. Congratulations. The dude's made one Pro Bowl and was as an Eagle.
Of course.
I have it literally on the screen for people who's like, what the hell is he talking about? So, all right. Excuse me. Brings us to the Commanders, and Sean is first. Sean with Albert Hainsworth, the defensive lineman, 20 games as a Commander. The source was kind of like, I can't think of anything, so I'm going to go with Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis played 84 games as a Commander and made a Pro Bowl for a total of 134 points. Craig, what have you got for me?
Dwayne Haskins.
Wow. Does anybody else remember Dwayne Haskins? I don't think if Dwayne Haskins remembers he was Dwayne Haskins.
Well, he's dead now, so that's a pretty insensitive comment.
Is he really?
Yes. He got hit by a car trying to cross the highway.
Oh my God, that's right. Craig, you ass.
Well, you're the one making the insensitive comments. Maybe if you explain the rules better, you wouldn't make these comments.
I explained the rules fine. You already acknowledged on tape that it was your issue. Dwayne Haskins, 16 points. All right. If you're done complaining, what do you got?
Well, my guess.
10-second timeout. Dwayne Haskins has on his official profile the nickname Simba.
Huh. Did not know that.
What? I did not know that either. So, all right. Cinch, what do you got?
I was thinking in my old man head, and I came up with Jay Schrader.
Oh, my God. That's a great one. Oh, I forgot he was even there. Jay Schrader played for the Washington Commanders for 3 years and accumulated 36 games.
He played for the Washington Redskins.
Oh, what?
That's who he played for. And let me tell you something else. Did you see online today, there's a petition going around to bring back the original, I don't know what you call it, the original logo of the Reds, the original logo of the Indian man with the headdress. There's a petition going around, like serious people online saying that they want to bring this back. So if they're going to bring that back, bring back the name too.
I think it was started by his family, actually. But yes, I saw that. Not today, but I've seen it before.
Jay Schrader's?
Jay Schrader's family? That's
Jay Schrader's family is petitioning the NFL?
No, the family of the drawing on the helmet logo.
You know what? Let's put Jay Schrader's drawing on the logo on the helmet.
So I got good news for you and I got bad news for you.
Jay Schrader was, didn't
he? He was only there for 3 years, but he made the Pro Bowl in 1986, which means he scores 86 total points.
Damn.
Fantastic. So we're moving on to the NFC North, and we start with Sean, who went with the Bears, and of course, him being a Bear fan, he'd remember every bad player who ever played there. So he said, Britt, give me Mike Glennon. And I said, okay, I can give you Mike Glennon. And I looked at Mike Glennon, and Mike Glennon played 4 games.
Well, that's a good score. Good job by him.
And in those 4 games, he failed to make a Pro Bowl. I'm shocked, but he didn't.
Are you
And
sure?
so there it is. I am, according to NFL Reference, he did not. Which brings us to the source, and the source being a alum of the worst university to ever put out running backs, generally speaking, went with Rashaan Salam.
I forgot about him.
Rashaan Salam scored a total of 31 points across 31 games as a Bear, which brings us to Craig.
So I had, because he wasn't really there that long, as Justin Fields.
That's legit. I said no rookies, and Justin is no longer a rookie. I don't even know how many games he played there. Let's see.
I think he was there 3 years. 3 years.
Justin Field played 3 years and 40 games.
And I'm pretty sure he did not make a Pro Bowl.
I have a question. Why is it when you say Penn State bad running backs, I don't think of the source who went there. I think of Craig.
Yes, thank you. Because I enjoy thinking about
Fair.
Penn State running backs.
It bothers him quite a bit, actually. Justin Fields, 40 games, no Pro Bowls, 40 points on Justin Fields, which is not as good as Rashaan Salam's 31 or Mike Glennon's 4. Sinch, what do you got for the Bears?
This was one of those that I was like, I know this guy played there. But wait, did he play there? But I know he played there.
I don't know.
Call me crazy. Didn't Doug Flutie play for the Bears?
He played for the
My
Bills.
guess was Doug Flutie. He played for the Bills, the Patriots, the Chargers, and I thought he was on the Bears.
No,
too.
he was a Panther.
God, I hope he was a Bear because I don't want to get yelled at anymore tonight.
No, it's fine.
Doug Flutie was a Bear.
See?
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman?
Doug Flutie logged games as a Bear in 1986 and 1987 when he was 24 and 20. The Bears was his first team.
Okay.
No,
Oh, so
the
he left
Patriots
before
were
the
his
Super
first
Bowl?
team.
No, wait, the Bears were the
Incorrect.
86.
His first year as a
Was it 86?
Patriot. All right, stop talking over me. I'm drunk and I'm trying to read a screen. Thank you.
He means
He was
Craig.
not a Patriot first. He was a Bear first. He joined the Patriots midway through the 1987 season after already logging 6 games as a Chicago Bear.
All right, then.
Holy crap, I learned something tonight. Did he make a Pro Bowl as a Bear? He didn't.
In those 6 games.
In those 6 games.
That would be just like the
That's
Bears. Yes, he did. And the next year, he was somewhere else.
In 1986, he only played 4 games, but he made the Pro Bowl. That would make sense. So really quick. I know, because we're way over time. This is gonna be a double episode, whatever. So his journey was Bears for a year and a half. He joins the Patriots midway through 87. He's there through 89 and then goes to the CFL. And he doesn't come back till 1998. I had no idea his first pro game was as a Bear. I had no idea. I learned something tonight. I bet you Sean doesn't even know that. Okay, it's okay to talk now.
Well, there you go. All right, next team. What do we got here?
Lions. The source went with Mike Williams, the one from USC. He was very clear about that. He was like, Mike Williams, but there's 12 guys from the league named Mike Williams, so the one from USC. He played 22 games as a Lion and never made a Pro Bowl. So that brings us to Craig. What do you got for not for Mike Williams, for Lions? Detroit Lions.
A quarterback from a while ago, Charlie Batch.
Charlie
Good one.
Batch.
Former Steeler.
Was he, where was he first?
I remember him
don't
as a
know.
Steeler.
Okay, so he was a Lion first and then a Steeler. He played 33 games for the Detroit Lions
Wow.
and never made a Pro Bowl. So 33 points at the moment. Since what do you got?
Okay, so like I said, NFC, I got the alcohol kicked in, I think. I could have sworn that Dan Campbell, the head coach, once played for the Lions. He is my guess.
We're going to find out.
He was a tight end in the league.
He is listed as both a player and a coach. When I click on his player record, I get 3 years as a Detroit Lion. At the end of his career, he appeared in 19 total games. Did he make a Pro Bowl?
I don't think so.
No. So that's a great one. That's 19 points. So Williams was 22. Batch was 33. Campbell's 19, which brings us to Sean, who once again undercuts all of you with a name that I thought would become straight up to the top. Sean went Dan Orlovsky.
See, I had his name and I was gonna guess him, and I figured there's no way that someone's gonna say his name. So I had him written down, but I didn't use him.
So Sean actually wins that round but you all did really good there.
What did he have, like 10?
14.
Okay.
Chad is telling me, why about Craig Ironhead Hayward? And you know what? He never played a game for the
He was
Lions.
a saint.
He was a saint.
I remember him as a saint.
He was everywhere. But yes, he was absolutely a saint. And he played for the Saints too. I know his mom says he's a saint. So, all right, we're almost done, guys. Packers, Craig, go.
I'm going to go with someone who I don't think was there that long. Ty Montgomery.
Wow. Okay. Ty Montgomery was an NFL player from 2015 to 2023. And in Green Bay, he played 4 years for a total of 36 games. Did he ever make a Pro Bowl?
No.
So 36 points. Cinch, what do you got for the Packers?
I got the Magic Man, Don Majkowski.
Good name. Good football name.
I just clicked literally on the wrong name. Don Majkowski appeared in 68 games as a Packer.
That's Pro Bowl.
Shocking.
Well, he was the last
7
starter
Pro
before
Bowls.
Brett Favre.
7 Pro Bowls? Oh, he did make the Pro Bowl 1 year, 1989.
Of course he did.
So that's 118 points. Sean went with Jimmy Graham, 32 appearances, no Pro Bowls. And that's the end of that. Vikings. That means Cinch, you're up.
I went with Teddy Two Gloves, Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, stand by. Sean also went with Teddy Bridgewater.
Nice
Good,
job,
fuck him.
Cinch.
I'm going to rate
He
this
not
score
only
one way or
played
another.
he not only played 30 games as a member of the Vikings, but he also made a Pro Bowl.
Good.
So with the duplication, that is now 130 points. So you can go to bed tonight just happy that you screwed over Sean.
At this point, I just want his score to be higher.
This is the best score of the night so far, or a tie for. The source came up with Gino Torretta,
Wow, there's a name.
who played exactly 1 game as a Minnesota Viking
Yep. And he also played for the University of Miami.
and made 6 Pro Bowls. But no, 1 point for that one. That's the best answer so far. Craig, what have you got for the Vikings?
I'm going to go with Mr. I'm on TV now, Nate Burleson.
Nate Burleson. I have to spell his name right. There he is. Oh, he's a handsome man. Vikings. He played 44 games there over 3 years. And did he make a Pro Bowl as a Viking? He did not. So that's pretty good. Chat is saying, what about Tavares Jackson? Wow, Tavares Jackson's so bad I can't even find him in... Oh, wow, I can't type anymore. Too much beer. Wow, I can't even find Tavares Jackson. How do you spell his first name? Because I'm...
Tavares. Tavaris.
That's what I put in. I can't find him, so we're going to move on. We are going to move on. Okay. So I appreciate Twitch chat, but that's... I can't find that one. So that brings us to the Atlanta Falcons. And I believe Cinch went first, so that means Sean is up. Sean went with Desmond Ridder. 19 games, no Pro Bowls, traded like a year after he started. Sad. The source went with Jeff George. 35 games as an Atlanta Falcon. Not bad. 35 games. Craig, what do you got for the Falcons?
Sadly, I picked a name that I'm sure Cinch may have picked. Andre Rison.
I did not pick him.
God, how did you not go with Jamal? Do you know how hard this guy fought me over Jamal Anderson?
Oh, I remember.
Andre Rison, part of the Dirty Birds, played 78 games in total for the Atlanta Falcons and made Pro Bowls in 1990, 1991, 1992, and 1993.
All the
That's
points.
4 Pro Bowls. So 200 points for the Pro Bowls. He's going to cost you 278.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Good one.
Thank you.
You should have gone with Jamal Anderson.
I should have.
Since what do you got for me?
Atlanta
Falcons.
Falcons, again, this was one of those teams I struggled. I couldn't think of anyone. I remembered former Patriot Lawyer Malloy went there. I don't know. I don't think he made Pro Bowls. I don't know how long he was there. Lawyer Malloy.
That's a great answer. I know that name. Obviously, I remember watching him play. So, Lawyer Malloy went to Atlanta later in his career and played 47 total games and made 0 Pro Bowls as a Falcon. That's a great answer. So far we got Jeff George at 35, Andre Rison at 278, Lawyer Malloy at 47, and Desmond Ridder at 19. Okay. On to the Panthers, and I believe it is Craig to go first.
This is going to be another flashback name because I'm pretty sure I think he ended his career there. Blair Thomas.
Blair Thomas. There he is. Hold on. Stand by as I enter in the data. Blair Thomas as a Panther, 1 year, 7 games. That's pretty good.
I don't
Good
think
job
he
by
made
you.
it.
And never made a Pro Bowl.
That's a
7
good one.
points. Nice one, Craig. That's a great
That's
pick.
a good one.
I don't think I could beat that. That was a good one.
What do you got for me, Sinch?
I've got the murderer himself, Ray Caruth.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, you guys are terrible. You can't criticize me at all after that.
I'm terrible. He's the one that shot his pregnant girlfriend, hired someone, I believe, to shoot his pregnant girlfriend to kill them. I just mentioned his name. I'm sorry. I remember you're a bad person.
Oh, okay. Ray Caruth. Ray is spelled with an E. That's why it's hard to find.
R-A-E. Yep.
So Ray Caruth played 22 games as a Panther and made 0 Pro Bowls. So that's 22 points. That's not Blair Thomas good, but it's up there. You know who is Blair Thomas good? Baker Mayfield. Played 7 games as a Panther.
Yeah, but
So
he's still in the
7
league.
points there.
The penalty because he's still playing.
He's playing for a different team, so it doesn't count.
I'm sorry. I was
Clarified
thinking,
this 6 times now.
just thinking out loud to myself.
Okay. Glad to hear it. Derek Anderson was the pick of the source, and he scored 25. That's great. You guys all did really well in that. 25 was the high one there. That's great.
That's because no one for Carolina has ever made the Pro Bowl.
Sad.
And no one has played a lot of games. You know, my second guess, if you could
Yeah.
look him up if you don't mind,
Sure.
Sam Mills, former Saint linebacker.
Oh, he was
Sam
there
Mills.
forever, though.
Well, he was with the Saints forever. Nicknamed the Toy Cannon.
Mills
was one of
played
my
48
favorites.
games as a Carolina Panther and made
Okay.
1 Pro Bowl.
Well, see, I didn't use him, but he's the first guy I thought of.
Smart call. Smart call. All right. We are on to the Saints, and we'll start with the source. This is the one the source mailed in. The source could not think of a good Saint, so he
didn't
went with
say
Joe
Drew
Horn.
Brees.
Oh,
Okay.
Joe Horn.
If he said Drew Brees, that means he mailed it in.
102 games played and 4 Pro Bowls for a total of 302 points.
Wow.
This was where he struggled. He was like, I felt really good about everything except Joe Horn. But here we are. Saints. Craig, what do you got?
Excuse me. I'm going with a kicker that I had to pick up when he was on the Saints. I don't think he's still there. I'm going with Brett Maher. Maher? M-A-H-E-R.
Marr. Used to be a Cowboy, didn't he?
Yes, he was a Cowboy. Then he
Could have
was-
gone with Will Lutz.
Then he was a Saint, and then he went somewhere. I don't think he's still a
Isn't
Saint.
isn't Lutz still there?
Not with the Saints.
No,
He's somewhere else.
He was there for a while, though.
Brett Maher was a New Orleans Saint for all of 8 games
Hey,
and
good
never
job.
made a Pro Bowl, so 8 points.
Woo, making up for that Frank Gore Jr. pick.
Cinch, what do you got?
I did not score well with this one, I'm pretty sure, but he was one of my favorite players way back when. Bobby Hebert.
Wow, there's a name.
Oh my God, I remember Bobby Hebert. That's the God, what the hell was his name? The coach who thought Elvis would pick up tickets.
Jerry Glanville.
Thank you. Oh my God, Bobby Hebert was there for a coon's age too. He played 78 games as a New Orleans Saint,
I bet I could see him making a Pro Bowl.
and he made 1.
Yeah, I could see it. See, I knew I didn't score well, but I liked him so much I was going to say him.
So I apologize. I got to run to the restroom one more time. But
oh my
Andy,
God!
This is what happens when I drink, dude. This is what happens.
Okay.
Andy Dalton, 14 games. That was Sean's pick. 14 games. All right.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, he's still active. That's a penalty.
Here's my challenge to you guys so far.
Yep.
What pick has shocked you? What pick hasn't? Go for it while I'm gone.
How could my own picks have shocked me? Hey, Craig, which one of my picks has shocked you?
I'd have to see the list again. The Patriot one, because, it's somebody...
Who the hell is that?
Exactly. So, I mean, that was a good one.
How about this one? Which one of your picks for the AFC are you most proudest of?
Proudest of?
You looked at him and you said, wow, this guy is going to be good. I know it.
I guess. Well, I guess Chris Henry.
That's your own team, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, and Bernie Parmalee is good just because he has a good name.
Which pick in the AFC did you struggle with coming up with a name the most?
The Ravens.
Which team? Oh, the Ravens? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm surprised no one used Bernie Kosar.
See,
Bernie Kosar is a great one.
I was going to use
that.
Did
he ever get in a game for Dallas? I was afraid to use him because I figured one of you guys would.
Yeah, so that's
several
what
times.
I thought one of you would use him because I thought that was a good Browns name, standout Browns name.
No, but see, for the Browns, he played a lot of games and he probably made 2 or 3 Pro Bowls.
True.
I was saying for Dallas. He was the backup.
Gotcha.
He was only the backup 1 or 2 seasons, but he probably got in to hand off a couple of times.
He did 4 times, but all regular season. He was in every postseason game because that was the Aikman, Emmitt Smith domination year.
Isn't it games he appeared in?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he didn't appear in the playoff games, did he?
He did. You know why I know that? It's because he's one of the few players who had a kneel down in every playoff game that year.
Well, there you go.
That counts as a play. He appeared 4 times in 1993 for Dallas. He started 1. You know why he started 1? Because Dallas was so far ahead, they rested Aikman in week 17.
So would he have been 4?
Yeah. He would have been a 4.
See,
he might have even made a Pro Bowl that year because freaking Dallas was so good.
I was so sure someone was going to use him, I didn't use him.
No,
oh, well.
Interesting pick. That's the challenge of this. I feel like Sean was like, Sean took a much more come at me, bro approach. I'm going to use Dan Orlovsky. Come at me. I'm going to use Desmond Ridder. Come get me.
Still active in the league. All right, where are we on? What team are we on?
Jesus Christ, we're still doing this.
Is it Tampa Bay? Are we on Tampa Bay? Craig, who do you have?
I don't even know anymore. All I can hear in my head is still active. We're on the Bucks, yeah.
Tampa Bay, Craig, go.
Bucks. This guy played there for a while, and I probably should have just said Tom Brady, but I didn't. Hardy Nickerson.
Do you remember?
I do remember. Do you remember those commercials?
Remember the commercial?
Yes.
Yep.
Was it Dennis Hopper?
Yep. I'm going to go watch that now after this.
Oh my God, that's the best thing ever.
It's crazy the shit you remember.
But that's the whole point of this, right? Is like having fun with remembering these guys. So you ready for the bad news?
He played there for like 12 years, made 18 Pro Bowls.
7 years, 104 games. He made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pro Bowls.
Nice. I won the Pro Bowl.
He made every Pro Bowl from 1996 through 1999. He made 4 straight Pro Bowls.
Nice.
So that's going to cost you 354 points.
Is that the high score?
Well, the high score before this was Joe Horn at 302. So yes. So Sinch, you got a better buck for me?
I hope you said Tom Brady.
I went with Rob Gronkowski.
Okay, that's a great answer, except someone else absolutely won with that.
It was probably the source.
No, it was Sean, because Rob Gronkowski did not make the Pro Bowl, appeared in 28 games, so that's a 78-point hit. No, I just want to do that. That's a great answer, except somebody else. It's still not as bad as Hardy Nickerson. But And the source is actually going to win this round because he went with Sean King.
Wow, I forgot about him.
Sean King appeared in 31 games. 31. So, all right, Craig. I don't even care about the order anymore. Craig, Cardinals, go.
Wow, where the hell? What? I'm trying to read my writing.
Wait, where am I? What?
I can't read what I wrote.
What am I doing here, Narv? I'm out of beer, so let's go.
Oh god, I think this says Larry Fitzgerald, which I know is terrible.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? That's what we're doing here. Who can you remember from this team? That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, but why would you do that to yourself? That's got to be bad, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, hold on. My computer's... I don't even want to look this up. I feel so bad.
If I was smart, I would have said like Edrin James.
So Larry Fitzgerald only played for one team in his career.
The Cardinals.
So he was there for 17 years and
he was there for 17 years?
263 games.
Holy crap. I did not know it was 17 years.
I haven't even gotten to Pro Bowls yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Pro Bowls.
Perfect.
So that's 550 points. That's 813 points. I'm just going to double check this just to make sure I'm reading this right because I've had a... Yeah, he was... Okay.
I'd like to speak for my client, Craig, and he can't remember anyone from that team.
I should have said Edrin James.
813 points.
I win.
Sinch, what do you got? Give me a Cardinal.
All I could think of was Kurt Warner.
That's going to be better than Larry. I'm sitting here feeling really terrible about assessing Craig all those points, but
well, it is your fault.
It is my fault.
Kurt Warner appeared in 61 games for the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow, I didn't think he was there that long.
And made one Pro Bowl. One.
Of course he did.
So that is 111 points. Sean went with Emmitt Smith.
Wow,
who appeared in 25 games, no Pro Bowls. And the source went with Ryan Lindley.
Wow.
I don't even know who that is. Ryan Lindley, 9 games, 0 Pro Bowls. The end. All right, guys, we got 3 teams left. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. The closest one of you is 1,600 points behind Sean. So this is just, can we just finish the marathon here? Craig,
maybe we should
Rams.
Just stop now and kiss his ass.
Lawrence Phillips.
What is your obsession with guys who went to jail?
Because they didn't play that long.
They played in the California Penal League.
Okay, Lawrence Phillips, he played 4 years in the league, 96 to 99. He played for the Rams 2 of those years. I don't even want to title. Is he dead too?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he is. He died in prison. 25 games, no Pro Bowls. I guarantee you nobody else said him. Craig, what do you got? I'm sorry, not Craig. Sinch, what do you got?
We're talking Rams, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, I'm going to give you a hint. Let's see if you could follow along. Think of a primetime game at night, and Susie Colbert is interviewing a former player who says, "You're just so pretty, I want to kiss you." Do you know where I'm going? This all-time great New York Jet finished his career as a Ram, Joe Namath.
All right. I did not know that Namath finished as a Ram. All right. Joe Namath played 1965 through 1977.
I'm older
and played
than you guys.
1 year with the Rams, where he played 4 games and made 3 Pro Bowls. Nope, no Pro Bowls as a Ram. 4 points.
Wow, look at you.
Yay me.
4 points. Sean went with Sam Bradford, who played 49 games and never made a Pro Bowl. And the source went with Mark Bolger. And he was shocked to learn he played his entire career, or most of his career, with the Rams. I think it was entire. Played 96 games and made 2 Pro Bowls, which cost him 196 points. So he was not happy about that. 49ers. Craig, what do you got?
Randy Cross.
Your favorite player.
Oh, yeah. An announcer.
An announcer. Randy Cross was a 49er his entire career. You know that, right?
Yes.
He played 13 years there, right?
28 years and made the Pro Bowl every season.
They put him in 2 Pro Bowls.
Per season.
He played 185 games for the San Francisco 49ers.
Ouch.
And he made 3 Pro Bowls.
Yes.
That's 335 points.
I win again.
I just want to run back. Let's run back his last 4 picks. 335, 25. Well, that's pretty good. 813 and 354.
Craig, are you sure you don't want to change your Patriots pick to Tom Brady?
Craig's last 3 picks, or four picks, completely outscore all of Sean's. Just those 4. All right, Cinch, what do you got for me on the Niners?
There's a great documentary, The Brady Six. It's all about the 6 quarterbacks that were drafted the year Brady went before Brady. One of them was going to be my pick, but he isn't. It was going to be Giovanni Carmazzi, but I don't think he ever played. He was that bad. And because I didn't think he ever played, I went with backup quarterback Steve Bono.
He definitely played.
And I think he played in San Francisco.
He definitely played games in San Francisco before the Chiefs were like, hey, we like taking old quarterbacks from the 49ers. Let's try it. Steve Bono played in the league from 1985 to 1999. He made appearances in 34 games for the San Francisco 49ers, which is more than I would have thought. And his only Pro Bowl was as a Chief, so that's no points there. So 34 for Steve Bono.
I picked up about 300 on Craig.
You did?
Yeah. Sean went with Sam Darnold, who spent 10 games as a Niner.
Still active.
So now we enter the final pick. I would love to tell you these numbers are close enough for it to matter, but that's a lie. So, Craig, what do you got for Seahawks?
John Kitna.
Dude, he was there 100 years.
Was he the backup or the starter?
Both.
Wait.
Only in Seattle.
Wait. Before Britt says the points, I want to guess. I would say about 54 games. So 54 points is my guess.
39.
All right, well.
No Pro Bowls. So 39 points. What do you got for me, Sinch?
Brian Bosworth.
Wow.
Boz. Wow, that's a great one.
Star of Stone
Cold. He didn't play very long. No one starred in that movie.
It's a terrible good movie. Or a good, terrible
movie. He only played 3 years in the league. All of them with Seattle. He only appeared in 24 games. That's even better than Kitna, and he never appeared in a Pro Bowl.
But he starred in a movie.
He starred in several bad movies. Sean went with Jerry Rice, who only played 11 games as a Seahawk.
Totally forgot he was there.
Yeah, I have no recollection of that.
I believe the source had pretty much fallen asleep at this point because he went with Rick Meyer, who had 55. So, all right, are we ready for the final tallies?
Yes.
God, please, let's be ready for the final tallies.
Yes, I'm ready to
Finishing
be gone.
In a grateful 4th place is our friend Craig with 3,843 points.
I win.
Finishing in 3rd with a disgruntled, argumentative 2,681 points is our friend Sinch.
The only player to pick someone as old as Joe Namath.
True. 3rd place is the source at 2,050 points. He will be thrilled to find out he finished in 2nd. And Sean wins with 1,071 points. Sean's biggest problem was that he matched folks. Sean had 4 different matches. And if you take his matches out of it, he doesn't have anybody over 67 points. So what did we learn tonight, gentlemen?
We learned if we did this in baseball, I'd bury everybody.
I will take that challenge, and I think we should do that during the offseason. I really do. You know what I think you should do? I think you should go on Facebook or onto, well, we're not on Twitter anymore, wherever you found us, onto the podcast directory and leave us a review. We really appreciate it. You can also reach out to us. We are fignutsdfs@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Right now, I just want to hear from my couch because this has been 2 hours of really hardcore football talk. Any final thoughts, either of you, before we sign off?
It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
Pretty much.
Me too. Sinch, I know you're. Yeah.
Take the Lions, take the Cowboys, take the Packers.
This week.
On Thanksgiving.
Sounds like a plan. So we will see you guys next week when we return to our regular format. We'll be back next Thursday. Until then, my name is Britt.
I'm Craig.
Yeah, I'm Sinch. Whatever.
And whatever, we're the Football Fignuts podcast. Hi, Deb. Have a great night, guys.